Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I am reviewing the Ring Stick Up Cam battery camera. Now this is a really cool camera that is excellent if you are after some more security around your property. Maybe you've got a pet that's at home and you want to be able to view that pet indoors. Maybe you've got something outside that you want to have some security on, maybe a vehicle or a car or something, and you want an outdoor camera. This can do all of that. And what it can also do as well is that, as well as being a standard HD camera, it's also got two-way communication, so you can speak to the person that you see them on the other end and they can speak back to you. And you also get alerts on your phone via motion detection, so it's a very good all-in-one package. And actually it's so good that I've bought a second one to set up in my home as well. So I just wanted to go through today the setup process and talk you through that, and some of the features actually within the application, which I'll show you, and then my overall. So I fundamentally bought this camera because I've got an outdoor office and I needed to be able to see who's at my front door, for example, like delivery drivers and all that kind of stuff, and be able to talk to them about leaving packages. And so that's what I initially bought this for, but because I found it so useful, I actually wanted to get a second device that I could use just for security reasons to point at the back of our house as well. Now, setting these up are really easy. So when you get it out of the box, you'll see inside the box there's not a lot in there other than the actual camera, a charging cable and a battery pack. So what you have to bear in mind with this is that it is battery charged, that it's not cable connected. They do a cable connected version as well, but for ease of setup it means that you can stick this kind of anywhere you like in the house, get the battery up and running, and then you're good to go. Whereas with the cabled version, you'd have to drill a hole, pass the cable through, and kind of have that powered as well. There's a lot more things to think about, and I like the fact that this is very easy to set up. So once you've kind of got the battery pack charged up, placed inside the camera unit, you will see that there is a QR code that you scan with the Ring application that you download, and it basically takes you through the setup process. And it's so intuitive, it kind of talks you through it. It literally talks you through it. So the actual camera speaks to you and tells you what you need to do, and actually guides you through using little videos, etc., to get you to camera setup as quickly as possible. And it does take literally minutes to get the camera up and running, which I really liked again. So even if you're not very IT literate, you're not kind of comfortable with setting technology up, I think you'd find this very easy. So on the back of the box, you can see that he kind of says it's Wi-Fi connected, so that is something to be aware of, that you need to connect to your internal Wi-Fi for this to work. It has a removable battery, and I also suggest buying a second battery so that your camera is always up and running, and second batteries are about £20, and 1080p. It's also got night vision, so you can see in the dark, and I'll show you the footage on that as well. Motion detection, so you can adjust the motion detection depending on whether you've got the camera coming on all the time or you want to make it so it's slightly less sensitive. Again, very easy to use. And it's got this two-way talk feature, and also you can store and review your footage by subscribing to the Ring application, and you get 30 days free to start off with, and I'm still within my 30-day period. So that's pretty much what the camera looks like. They do it in a black and a white version, and I've gone for the black for the back of my house, and I've got a white version which is at the front of my house. On the back of the device, you'll see there's two options to actually put it or mount it. You can actually have it standing up on its standard mount, or you can change the mount and have it on the back. They give you all the screws and connections you need to kind of drill it into place and put it in where you need it. So again, it comes with everything you need, which is really good. So initially when you go into the application, you're going to see the kind of home page, and it's going to give you a bit of location information about where you're located. And I've just called my camera front, so that's what it says on here. And you can currently see that my image, it says 1031, where it captured an image because of the motion detection that I've had set up. Now if I literally click on these three dots, you can see it's got options like snooze, so if I just want the camera to switch off for a while, or settings, so I can go and change all the settings, or I can just cancel out of that. Or I can just touch the camera or the image that I've currently got of my door, which is the one from, it says 28 seconds ago, and that's just been refreshed. If I touch it again with my thumb, it brings up some options, and then what you see is you can say there's an option straight away to tap to go live. So I can go to see exactly what's happening on my front door, or just to say there's been some motion detected, and then you can then tap on that and it will take you again straight to this application, straight to the camera, and you'll be seeing the live feed. And from there you can kind of click on the green button to speak to the person if you so wish to do so. So again, very, very easy to do, and it works really well. Now I've got 4G on this phone. When I've been away, I've also got the motion detection alerts that come through to my phone, and it works very well over 4G as well. Slight delay, but it still works very, very well. Now what you can see is where it says live, if I scroll to the left, you can see that there's some motion that was detected earlier on. That's me coming into my house. You can see I open and close the door, and you can then see that it records that bit of motion. You can also zoom in, so you can use the pinch and squeeze option to zoom into the image. And yeah, it does it very, very well. It's very effective. And then you can scroll through all these different images where it says motion, and you can see that someone came to my front door, dropped off a parcel, and then walked away. So that detected the motion sensitivity. Now you can adjust the sensitivity depending on what you want. So you might say that you don't want it to detect everything that comes to your door. You want it to be more someone actually putting the key in the lock and spending a bit more time there. You can also set where you want the motion detection, so you maybe only want it on a specific section of where the camera is pointed to, rather than the entire section, which again is really, really good. So you can do that very, very easily. So it's very, very easy to view the footage and go into the footage. Now if I just click on the little cog icon, you can see that goes into go back one step, goes into the settings. So it's got the battery life. So you can see that at the moment it's set for recording motion, and it's got motion notifications on which go to your phone. I can go to the live view from there as well. It's got the event history, so I can go through and click on the event history, which will show me all the logged events that have been recorded. And then I can scroll through each of these different options. For example, if I click on the little walking picture of a person, that's detected motion, and I can again go and view those things. So it's got lots of options on there, and you can see on here it says at the moment I've got 17 days left of my plan, which I'll need to resubscribe to if I so wish to get this kind of use the full services of recording and going back and looking at footage. Mode settings, if you go into there, you can say where you want it to disarm it completely, whether you've got it set for a home use, whether you've got it set for you away, and you can personalize those settings depending on what you want to do. Under motion snooze, you've got an option so that maybe you're near the camera or doing some gardening, you don't want it to keep recording stuff, you can actually snooze it for a while and then reactivate it as well using that option. You've got different link chimes. If you go into there, you can have different things connected to it. So for example, Ring sell a doorbell, and they sell like a different things that you can buy for the Ring system, and you can connect them to this as well. Now I don't have any other Ring devices, so it's not applicable for me. Device health is really useful, so you can go into that and it can tell you the battery life. Now this is at 88%. I've had this camera for over 2 weeks and it's been operating every single day, and it's only at 88% battery, so that's really, really good. The battery life is very, very good on these units, so they are fantastic in regards to the battery. You don't have to keep replacing the battery or recharging them. They last for a very, very long time. Obviously that's dependent on how much motion you have as well, but I've had a reasonable amount and it's lasted for a very long time. So go back, and then underneath motions, so device health, you've got motion settings. So you can go into there and you can adjust your motion detection, your motion verification, how many kind of verification notifications you want. So you can stop unwanted notifications coming every single time. Your motion schedule, so you can pause on certain days, times, etc. And the motion frequency, so you can conserve your battery by stopping unwanted kind of notifications as well. So it's very, very convenient and very, very well controlled. And then after that, you've got a kind of a help option if you need to watch any videos or things to understand the camera a bit more, but that's it. So it's very easy to use, very, very well. It's been very well thought out. And I think because of that, this sells very well, because I don't think you're going to have any issue setting it up. It connects to your Wi-Fi really easily, and it does what it says in the tin very well. Here's a little bit of footage from the night vision. Now, one thing to bear in mind with the night mode is that my camera is inside, so it can only see what's inside my little porch area. If you had this connected outside, you'd obviously be able to see a lot more things. It reflects off glass, so you can't expect it to see things outside for night vision. You can only see what's inside an area. So keep that in mind depending on where you're placing it. So with that in mind, a couple of things to keep in the back of your mind when you're going to buy this unit. One is where you're going to place it, because it needs to be in a place where you can access it from time to time in order to replace the battery. As I said, the battery is very, very good. It lasts a long time, but at some point you're going to need to change it. So make sure you put it in a place that you can get to it if need be, and replace the battery. And it's really easy to do. You just simply unscrew the bottom and the battery drops out and you just swap them over. I bought a second battery, so I got mine ready to go, charged up. I'll just swap it over so I have continual recording footage. And that's really important as well if you're using this more for security reasons, to have that ongoing recording. Yes, you will have to subscribe to the Ring options unit for different cameras and different things that you've got. So depending on how many cameras you've got, they charge different rates, and that's something you'll have to look into once you've decided to go ahead with this and go with that, whatever service you decide to go with. Other than that, this is a fantastic unit. It is very easy to set up. It is very, very good. It works very well. It does what it says on the tin, and I've had no issues with it whatsoever. The battery is fantastic. It lasts a very, very long time. And for all those reasons, I think it's much wiser to go for the battery enabled option because of the ease of setup. Now, if you're happy to drill holes through walls and get power supplies going to it, then great, go for a wired option. But because it's so easy to do, it means you set it up without any problems. The other benefit of that as well is that it means that you can have got more versatility of where you put this camera, because you can have it inside, you can have it outside, you can have it anywhere really where you can just mount it. You don't have to worry about having cables and stuff going to it. So I think the Wi-Fi version, the wireless version is a much more suitable option to give you varying degrees of where you want to put it and how versatile it is in terms of where you can put this as well. And it's great for those things, like I said, motion detection. So it works really well. You can change sensitivity. If you've got pets in your home and you want to keep an eye on them, I think this is really great because you can talk back to them using that talkback feature, and that also works really well. And if you've got any questions or concerns or anything you want to know, drop me them in the comments. And if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate the support, and I'll catch you on the next video.